I pray that you like, share, and subscribe so others can join in the program for a lively discussion. He is God. He can do all things. PCTV has a program lineup which I will share with you shortly. On Mondays to Thursdays, we have Visitation Hour with Apostle Mrs. Bernice Ajiman Prempre between the hours of 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. On Thursdays, we have Inspirational Hour with Pastor Jesse between the hours of 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. And on Sundays, we have our Health Talk Show between the hours of 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'll quickly go over the sponsors so we can start with today's discussion. Promise City TV Online, Ben Benny Travel Consult, Lighters Media, ABAP Partners, Hemco Enterprise, Freelp Automation Limited, Prezi Logistics, Ken Lee Company, Decovas Enterprise, Reps Household Limited, eFashion, and Boutique. Thank you all for supporting this program, because we all know it's important to share the knowledge that we know so that it will help others in their decision concerning their health. Today, we'd like to welcome Madam Zenobia Botchway. She's here to discuss with us the immunization program for the ages between 0 to 5 years. It's important for children to be immunized. We all know how far immunization has come and the benefits it has given us. At first, you could see people with polio and TB all over. But since the beginning of immunization, this has helped curb all these situations. So today we have in our midst Madam Zenobia Botchway. Madam Zenobia Botchway, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we are going to discuss immunization, the schedule for the ages between 0 and 5 years. And after we are done with that, we'll talk about the importance of immunization. So please join us in the discussion, share, like, subscribe, and if you have any question, please drop it in the comments section. Thank you. Madam Zenobia, when we talk about immunization, what do we mean by immunization?
Right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It simply means introducing an antibody, an antigen into the human system for the body to grow an antibody against the incoming disease. That's what I will always say, just introducing foreign or an antigen to the body system for the body to grow an antibody to fight against the future occurrence of that particular disease.
Okay, so what we are saying is immunization, the person doesn't have the disease yet,
Exactly.
but we introduce the organism into the person so that the person will produce antibodies, so that in the future, if the person should have the disease, the body is able to fight
against it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. So when we talk about immunization, I know I said between 0 and 5, but can you take us through the schedule,
right,
so we know when we are supposed to take it?
Right. Okay, so I have here with me someone's weighing booklets. It's now, at first it was just one weighing book, but now it has been merged with the mother's maternity record. So when the mother gets the book, it's a continuity from pregnancy, birth, and then the delivery. Good monitoring continues. So if you are if you can chance upon this, maybe the person is at home, just open to page 35.
Okay.
See that we have page 35.
Okay.
Everything the child needs to get is right here. So that's what you're going to do. So at birth we have BCG, oral polio vaccine, and then hepatitis B.
Okay. So at birth you said we have BCG, and I don't know if the viewers can have a look at it, but at birth we have BCG, oral polio vaccine, that's polio O, and then hepatitis B.
Right.
So at birth, meaning when the baby is born, that is when we give it.
Yes.
Okay, so these vaccines that we've mentioned, what are the diseases they fight against?
Okay, so
against
BCG, sorry for my left. BCG fights against tuberculosis. If I say BCG, it's like you, Lisa, me, Zenobia, and then Echo. We are 3 people. So our first names, we use our initials. So if you will be L, and I will be Z, and then Echo will be E. So you go like LZE. So it's Bacillus Guerin. They are French people. Vaccine. So
okay.
And it's basically fight against tuberculosis. You know what tuberculosis does? Okay, we'll come to that aspect when we are trying to explain the rationale behind it. Then we have oral polio vaccine. Oral is the route of administration is orally. We just dose the baby 2 or 3 drops. And polio too fights against, if I say polio, it's more of fecal-oral route of kind of saying. If I say fecal-oral,
as in you can get the organism through like a feces of someone has it, and then if your hand shoots out, you ingest it, and then you also
can get. So it normally affects the limbs of the baby.
First, you could see people around with polio, but mostly, when I was growing up, mostly I didn't see kids. I saw adults, and yes, say, oh, we're polio. So now I understand what you are talking about the polio. So this is to help prevent bibisa.
The child against polio. And I bet, can you hear me?
Yes, don't worry, we can hear you.
I bet it's very vital because at that stage, the child has 0 immunity. So I bet, that's why we don't want the mother to even go and give birth at home. Because coming to the hospital, it might be too late, you understand? So I bet child get BCG and then polio, and then the child is okay for now until after 6 weeks, child has to come for OPV again.
So before we get to the 6 weeks, the BCG, that's what we have.
The mark.
Yes, that we have on
our left
upper arm. Okay. So that is the mark for BCG. It's here for mutieno. Wa wu nibi na we hu say wa nwo BCG nibi nti likely say tuberculosis ni chema. To me, an exception.
Yes.
Okay.
An exception to every rule.
Okay.
Skin, very tissue near very tissue ones. A child, like let's say 2 out of 10 kids might not have
it. Oh, okay. So if you don't have it and you want to find out if you were given, to me now papa say injection na inside left in this row na. Okay, I get it.
Like me weighing book ni brand na so the weighing book let's me di one dance say because my boy I can't see anything. The man has because maybe a health worker after the member only mark maybe. So I had to go and look inside the wing cause I didn't say you are true. But me who mark until I had to get the enlightenment and you be so me I can testify to it. It's I really have one in my house. But
wow.
Yes.
It's here for kind what to say Auntie Zenobia because be me alpha weighing book now. The thing is if you way visa cry now maybe I'll person do back for weighing book no.
Exactly.
So it's very important say weighing book no ye be keeping ye weighing book no very important. Emma wo to kwan now person do back na bibia omo be person menya antenatal book no na weighing book no. Nti enye say ye health pe wakwentu so eboa nti to say that is no be aka no na yentie na yenyewe ina me hu say ye can have B.
Yes, hepatitis. The hepatitis no make us say when the mother is reactive, one say ma me nyema any far processes, mobile labs and the idea. We will have called much of venereal disease section where we enter. Don't want to go
yes.
there. And you know, yes, sure. Na say you test some mother new or you reactive or you positive. Then ne de ya catch and say me patch we who be here say ye be wo ubano ye be wo no antigen D against the head B ni bi. Say no ye wo no at birth. So na be ya when you start the breastfeeding you know transfer the head B
to
your
the child.
baby.
Okay.
And no, optional. It's we only write that when the mother is reactive for hepatitis B. So that's
how about if mother near clear, but then the father has Hep B? Does it play or it doesn't really?
We focus on the mother.
The mother.
Because
okay.
Okay. On no transfer whatever she's having to the inborn child. We focus on the mother.
Okay. Okay.
Until for young 6 weeks.
Okay.
Are we clear at the advert?
I think so. If you have any question with concerns to at birth vaccines na one, that is BCG, polio O, and Hep B vaccine no, and no anti-Zenobia Botchway Hep B vaccine no Botchway conditions na be wo. Into you don't can say first two ne there obia compulsory, but Hep B no optional. But over so wa betumi awo but ye won kwofo a eno de ye insist say omo be ye den omo be wo nti se wo question bi efa at birth vaccine ni ho a wo betumi atro wo comment section no na ye answer ma se wo ni question bi a ye betua so na ya call the next vaccine which is at
6 weeks.
6 weeks. Okay, nti mpacho now ni ye 6 weeks ni
6 weeks ni ye 1 month 2 weeks exactly. Who be here so do ban beba because at that 6 weeks interval no ubano be here another bambo. It was so be sure that shot OPV1.
Okay.
DPT, hepatitis B, and then influenza type B. And then pneumococcal 1, then rotavirus. Ni nano OPV no as we said a oral polio vaccine. DPT no a diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus. Then hepatitis B and then influenza type B. And then there are 5 vaccines. Yeah, come and then 5 in 1.
Okay. Okay.
Then pneumococcal, it fights against pneumonia. Then rotavirus and also a oral administration. It is a mother neba. You walk pneumococcal no, it will right tie. Now I walk 5 in 1 vaccine. It will left tie.
Okay.
Then no, you really better yourself. It's painful because pane bako crown pono etil saying how much more 5 boom. It's extremely painful. So I will came. To look at your mother is in patch. Who do fear? You apply cold compress to the site of injection. Then you tap a sponge because by all means I can because vaccines it prevents that tetanus. When it sets in temperature until by all means yeah one vaccine who do fear a 99.9%
fever.
Yes, because body has to react and then try and then build immunity against the incoming and what you call a disease. You know, moving on, fear mothers to the beer. Say what about hospital makacho, but to be you know, we have teachers at home. Oh, far away. I feel now, especially so your first timer. Why are too anxious? Too me banuswan also, especially so your bearman swan. I could try to bear my account. If not too trouble one God, I can't be susan, but we will tell you, say, yes, a beer or yari. We don't advocate against we don't advocate that you should give para syrup. Maybe for the pain. We understand. But the main thing is people will end up abusing the para. Para and so long use of it affects our kidney and our liver. Now that stage, baby, no 0 cry, only 1 year and imagine, woman the para, ne ho share na bafem. After 2 hours, ne ho basa yes then you go back. No, but man the para na plan no the ben and so we don't encourage the mother to say kona command para because of the side effects para edebre babies. Until we just tell you, just be applying the cold compress, massage a bit. Say after 3 days, who says still na ne why she e hono ayetiti mpacho fane bra ana fane ko the nearest hospital a hunsa beka but people don't do it omunye they want so call ye na baby na ne ho aton and then you tap and sponge the baby ne ho ayeshi what are you supposed first aid before you even think of even rushing baby to the hospital. First thing you have to do is to tap and sponge the baby. Don't start from the head because he or she might convulse. Start from the toe and then you then you bring it to the armpit before finally the head. So that's basically what we tell them or what we are supposed to do as a mother when you when the baby receives the 6 weeks panny because I know
it's here for to say the Auntie Zenobia can 6 weeks injection no o kwa polio na wo polio no at birth no sisi a wo be wo ye be dropping polio 1
yes
ewo obani techema so na o say rotavirus no eno so ye be dropping one techema so but e by injection na ye wo 5 in 1 ina yewo pneumococcal injection no nti o say 5 in 1 no eno ewo akola no ne thigh ina pneumococcal no wo ne right thigh nti ba ko ye left thigh which is the 5 in 1 ina right thigh ni ye pneumococcal injection no ina to say o chere mu chere no because edos no akola ne hu betumi ayehye ne ho ye hia enches oyeden oyare o say ye wo injection no so na say wo kwa ye ka kire wo say udu fie a fa cold compress eto so cold compress wo betumi afa ice now they are set towel mu na wo de ato baby a ye wo injection no ebe ma akola ne ho ato na beboa for pain no na o ka say enye time bia so na wo say oyeden o ma para wo betumi a tepid sponge no de bia tepid sponge ni ye ka say wo start fi akola ne nan na fa brush ro because wo start fi ni ti na drop ya at once a obetumi a convulse nti eni say wo ye ne saa ye ne fi ne nan e ba ni ti na so obe ma ne parapo a then this che say wo ye saa niama we na no temperature no amba down nti na wa ma ne para wo pese wo be abuse edro no because they bia the year can say enye we ni cocaine pen na drug abuse prescription medication so ye to me abusing okay nti na ya ka 6 weeks no ya ka the niama so obubo yarewa na prevent ni na okan Hep B diphtheria pertussis pneumonia obubo yare na nti yehu 6 weeks so adekonti a ye kan ne ya kan care ni bibia bom no say ye ka say ye hwie ni na ne ya care na e be confuse nti na ye kan injection ni hwie bia ne ya ka care eyimbo nti sisi a no ye hwie the 6 weeks ye at birth ye 6 weeks nti Auntie Zenobia mpacho fayenko the next schedule or time
mpacho bema date 1 month interval kana obanu we di 2 months 2 weeks once onya ba 6 weeks na say ma 1 month interval automatically it could follow on 2 months 2 weeks that is the 10 weeks then so obanu it's the same if anything vaccine na I know your rota 2 polio 2 then we jab the left and right thigh pneumococcal and then penta. We call it penta because penta is 5 and so pentagon 5 in one vaccine diphtheria pertussis influenza B and then hepatitis B. So I think that's what we do at the 10th week the same thing in the family and then to unya who say a woman be catch us say oh banu is I say unya ba at 10 people say what did you do, what happened? As I said, maybe I unique in his she no so then we tango because say man daw me say into obiane how our obey react just like our covid na year one woman na nam hon mo say woman na 3 days no sorry and you know I can never at matter never at 10 weeks. It's the same route of administration and the feminine council connect somehow 1 month interval no ba at 14 weeks ubaba no ba we did 3 months 2 weeks and you know oba ebe mano venesen same rota same polio na ya jabe in there obeji 2 vaccines on the right na 5 in 1 on left obeji we venesen IPV is the inactive form of polio vaccine. Yes, inactive polio vaccine, because researchers believe say through the oral maybe there might be a break in absorption into baby might not get it into the third dose aba no when nya oral no by all means the jabe na obinya na probably there are some kids due to one reason or the other mother might not be able to send them to to weigh on time. Yes, and now baby the ban within 3 months. Untimi ko start all over and say be man way IPV no near they are chalking answer and maybe we component vaccine ni ho but now we have IPV. So no it's just a way of battering and as I kind of say subsidizing the vaccine now when you either so obenya na say unya na say dia onya empo no but the body was not able to absorb a hand. We give IPV, which is the inactive form of polio vaccine, and then pneumococcus again, and then 5 in 1 in the left thigh.
Okay, mama as you into 14 weeks no. Polio ni yema de ediso enu.
Oral,
yes. Na yasen awo injection.
Yes, please.
Yema rota ne so.
And so 3.
Okay, into at birth na 6 weeks. Now say 10 weeks, but 10 weeks no. Vaccines now nkola ni nya 6 weeks no. Eno a no musanya 10 weeks. Ena eba 14 weeks the same thing no musanya. Just say ade IPV no at the count and also one right type if you wo pneumococcal
near the exact spot about 2 inches away from the site of the previous injection.
Okay.
Because obviously it mean what panic or the same but the time the region of that time we have an ample space who put me space here you can get way
no okay Augustina Sam, we thank you for joining us. Please share, subscribe, and then you can like as well. Okay, into 14 weeks no, it means 6 weeks injection now start here no, and now no be 10 weeks, and now be 14 weeks. Now you introduce IPV no and it's here for to say the anti-Zenobia kind no IPV no kano polio vaccine ni bi omo ntumi nya o ni ade no na omo ntumi absorb ni wie ye mane oral na ne ye de ma ama aboa nti enye for ebia particular enkrofo ye ma obia so that because obi wo ho a onya ye ma no polio just say one absorb it. Inti onusu ye be man injection because onusu ye den ohia. Okay. Inti sisia no ye drew 14 weeks.
Akola no nya 3 months 2 weeks. Sisia o ye nipa eba. Inti we just there will be because a break in transmission. So mama kwana ko but who be here say every month it was so bad because we are tracking the baby's growth. We are doing good monitoring. So because imagine panic rates me kwa relax. No. It was so with me back because the amount of date I'll be back for next month.
Okay.
Oh, but I won't say Akanebia. Let me use this woman's weighing book as an example. The birth weight at 3.2.
Okay.
It's all about next month. And a call. There's a birth weight.
Inti na 3.2.
Nobody can be able to
wait
do
no
it.
at birth no 3.2. And oba biom niti it means say every time bia obeba for immunization no mu weigh akola.
Yes.
Because mu checking the weight no mu growth no.
Yes.
Say koya na and mu curve wo hobby bia fine to show say koya na koya.
Plot it.
So that you know. Inti way no oba first time na 3.2. Now osamba biom na 5.7.
The next
no
one.
The next way no osamba na 6.8. Osamba biom na 7. Now feed the echo 7.5. Na echo 7.8. Na echo 8.3. Na echo 9.
Tipacho baby a 9 no we say a month ben no.
Okay, baby a 9 ni wono. 10th month.
And we do 10 months. So wait here 9.0.
Okay. Okay. And oba 11th month so na 9.0. But o share wo curve ne so a me hu ni ye to say wona ha enti un say I say we no ekọ stroke but odu had the same
yes because the child maintained his weight in the previous and in the next month till now who's 9 points and but and yes because a do stage be a baby no you know only but with the standard lines it helps us to track the weight say are you okay and as say you okay but say it will start dropping but once it's still 9.0
okay
which means there's nothing wrong with the baby's weight if it's not even going up.
It's amazing how share about immunization keke but then it tells baby ni ye ana say unyi ye should we have to worry about baby na say bibia it gives us when say immunization no ehun hia okay into sisia no ye fi 14 weeks into 14
months
with
3 months 2 weeks
3 months 2 weeks into from 3 months 2 weeks no when next in obeba
the man 1 month interval and no oba be weighing pe na oko okay then they track baby ni weight say what is happening then was yes man biom and then which means onyin
okay
then the 5th month obeba no and no see yen one pani bia until this 6 months 6 months akole bia onya 6 months pe why ready so obeje semi solid foods 6 months they who be here said obeje enough vitamin A so at this stage oba vitamin A pe bemano we have the 100,000 units and then 200,000 units at that 6 month oba a man 100,000 it comes in a blue capsule and then we just drop in the baby's mouth because at 6 months baby has started weaning. So next time, if I'm given the time or chance, we'll talk about weaning and then food and sources of weaning when it comes to weaning the child properly. But then we just want to focus
on the immunization. Okay.
I don't want to drag and drift from the main topic.
Okay.
So that's it. So about 6 months, no, obeji vitamin A. No.
Okay. Inti you encourage say every month be on back after 14 weeks no which is 3 months 2 weeks no
yes.
The next month so obeba and no you be we near share weight to say it's here for them kind although our own injection be around that time na vaccine be it's important because we are monitoring the child's growth so that if there is any problem we can pick it up and know what to do it's easier so obey baby sing ebe ko echi okay into oba no do 5 months no aba into 6th month no now so mema vitamin A blue one no okay into 6 months mema vitamin A blue one okay into if you no
okay so if you no 7 months oba be weighing 8 months when then 9 months obeji measles and yellow fever vaccine
okay
measles e kan ntobro ana anye no
ntobro
so ntobro na ebunu yare and I can't say asebu yellow fever
yeah na ya kemi enim ne wa ya kan
yellow fever no so vaccine preventable and measles won say aklan as or start say or we ni pe obe start ya picky nioma because obe start ya area ahanti bitimi apeki because once or whom be the best so through that baby can pick up any infection now things when you fempe the environment that the child is if you are dying come with them then yes stuffy there's no enough
ventilation
exactly yeah a bit to me aha no most no are picky measles until onya 9 months pe e was say we do ba na ye one measles left and then right and then is that a real no is that a walk shoulder because when then there yeah na ya one no the left and then the right let's obey the measles not right na what yellow fever. So I think that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
And in 9 months, no measles and yellow fever for 9 months. Okay. Mario Poku, thank you for joining us. Ellen Dicardi Nelson, thank you for joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any question, drop it in the comment section, and Auntie Zenobia will answer your question. Okay. Into Sisia no yefi 9 months. Yawo measles na yellow fever no hefa na ye next
10 months obeba abaye way no 11 months the same 12 months akwani we do 1 year into kumbe here so abaje vitamin A biom because we dose vitamin A at every 6 months of the child's life until within 5 years.
Matiasi. Inti because all casa no all different units. Now casa 6 months there no a blue. So is it the same way no beji 1 year na?
We don't have 200,000 units of vitamin no red.
Oh, okay.
No red. No dia manu.
Okay.
And so oral sa na wachi akọ. In 1 year or vitamin A na so kwa, then we'll still be monitoring the child's growth now. We assume say from 1 year baby will start learning how to walk or probably standing, holding, you know. We say more than about say see idea me who told me because we vaccine in area, but Rebecca men A any friend say MR2, which is MR is measles. Inti obapeje men A any measles rubella 2 at 1 year 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Inti 1 year 6 months no. Na akwan we di na efe no 18 months. No obapeje a na asama no vitamin A na kan. Na ya chele mosquito net because at 1 year 6 months no ojene MR2 ria or san beje men A. Men A yeah. Meningitis A. We are in the south, so we don't really see, but those in the north, because of the sun and then the harsh weather, it may affect meningitis. This one we dose them because we believe say due to migration, we can be picking infection from the baby sign over into 1 year 6 months. Men can say no, what's up men A no. Because according you don't only be makupi be amu aha no mwende e chama kupie no
was starting school supo okofa sisi a na enye 2 years biom I was 6 months we no go school because
exactly.
I was so bia akwa ejuma na wakofa bibi
na jaye dia manu you know basically that's what we do. And then you might think say bibi keke, but honestly since the year 1984 ye woman me sure say man baby nsan say bia jare because senka vaccines we amba enka I'm telling you bebre na bewu many will not make it because when the child is under 5 years immunity is 0. Any disease that air fly or grab. So we are very keen on this immunization because you hopefully say but it goes a long way to help the child. That's what I would say for now.
Me that was so about 18 months because I realized most people so akolani di one away. Aye. But still vaccine wo ho. 18 months, that is 1 year 6 months. Akolani di 1.5 no. Also on the court to say the answer is Zenobia kind no. It's very important because akolano ebi awako school ebi obi abesra unnim yare a owo meningitis so ye na ye nim say meningitis ba ye kasa ba north po a dey si no enkofu wu until you want to protect your child one na onim de wakoma sakola we bedu baby owo so unfan di agro ukọ se upo na wuntume nkwa o sister bi wo ho wadamfo bi wo ho ukwa ensheda nya bibia eche. So let's make it way way say ye be ko na ye make sure say nkola no omo ayeden omo enya omo vaccines ni na afi so aunties no be kan all cannot say 5 down very crucial into say even 18 months no that's the last vaccine. Yes. No may end it because still you need to take the vitamin A. Na fi so say ye tua so na ye weigh akola no na ye hwe akola ni weight no e kosro e ba form then na ye betumi aye. And around this time fi 6 months we ni akola ni ade no o man eduan if you don't know the right thing to do that akola will be malnourished.
Exactly.
And then we are looking at koshoko na we can say marasmus yes wehu nti way aya say there's something that can be done. Meanwhile no nka ukọ weighing ni bia nya injection kwa na ukọ wo but ukọ weigh akola na but funny enough your friend weighing into like the common term you see me ko weighing into ukọ weighing na se sa da no ye nwa akola na injection kwa wan ka say me ko weighing Into ko we akola no ko we no ehu hia yembo yemba ho ban 0 to 5 omu hia yen
Exactly.
omu ankasa ntumi nye akola we di 5 ontumi nante enko baby say me kwa akwo injection ana say me ko we me ho ana me ko ne de vitamin A asomenu da bi ti say wo awofo no na mbetumi aye de yaye wo ma me na papa na aunt bi wo ho obi a ehu hia no woni nkofo na ewo yen fan say compound house kra na say wo ba no ne ko na obi mfa ne nkwa say wo kwa edu 6 months 1.5 ni ade na wo betumi aka say o ebia Auntie Lisa, me de me ba ko, why you busy? Me to me de ubana ko, na ye de a man into the mommy book no ye ko the same place there. Na me mfa ubane nkoma. Ye na ye boaboa ye hu because akola no bibi ye na we ntumi enyi ye a. Enye mama na papa ne pe na affect omo. E affect ye na country ni na because at the end of the day no, ye na ye betua tax ni ade, na ye de aboa e wa akola ne hwe wo hospital ni ade. NHIS ya na ye contribute nti say akola ne health no e was say fa ye na ye ho enu nti na anti Zenobia aba na oyeden o kasa nsem we ama wo a wonim no wate wo a wonim obi so no na waka chen say oh say na meteye a ebetumi ayeden aboa enkola no na ye nya healthy children ama yes ye nya healthy nation. Inti Auntie Zenobia yetu aso no obi wo question wo ha or say all research na ohun say yes bibi wo ho as passive immunization but here kasa no wanti bibi sa is it anything special or what does it mean?
Okay, if I would say we have active and then passive, there are some antigens they are inactive unless they introduce into your body before they become active. That's what they mean. I think what she means by passive, because there's no other way that you can say where you're passive. And I said, what was the question again?
A person who say also who passive immunization will baby, but HSD.
Wow, that's why I said basically most of the vaccines, they are in inactive form. So when they introduce into your system before it becomes active, probably that's what it means.
Okay, and see now vaccine from what you said, vaccine ni na dead ones and ye wo ebiswa omoye live.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, now I think I get so it means say to say the woka say anoye day no. Those ones no are live but then weakened.
Yes.
Okay, and the other ones no omo
yes.
Like dead organism there.
Yes.
It's in where can I say
yeah.
it's inactive
yes.
form.
Yes.
And then it's activated once
yes.
it gets
yes.
into the body.
I think we're on the right track because I just researched and it confirms what I said because you are introducing what you call inactive vaccine antigen into the human system for it to be activated
and antibodies to be produced.
So that's what we call it passive immunization.
Okay. Inti ye kan immunization ya kan schedule no ya kan way na e kan ho ayeye. Immunization a ho mfaso ebini say.
Right. Immunization goes a long way to help you the individual, as if I say I want to tell me a baby my baby I say yeah mommy any form of immunization me nam hosa say can I say tuberculosis me ti anyi na say obi wo tuberculosis e wo me area nipa ne bowa without covering or spitting without covering it into the air. Me and Mr. at that tender age, many be. Even this be a Mr. Crampo, many our I don't know whether you remember Nelson Mandela. Yes, he had tuberculosis when he was in prison. You know, you and I will attest the fact that during that time, vaccines were not that like there as we are having it now.
Yeah.
So the body has to get it before the body fought against it, before he was even okay. And I'm sure that and no can who be impona won't tell you. You see, once I think he died at the age of 90, but I believe that he was battling.
Yeah, but he became weak.
Exactly.
Or in term as in the way you expect at this age, Nipan Bear saying because of that, no. I remember that time, no, they made a lot of noise about tuberculosis because I think that time South Africa idea a war
yeah. And I may assure say in vaccine woha in bebre na omunya TB. It me the individual immunization goes a long way to help me for me to be able to live long and to be able to fight against any other infection coming. And now to my parents, they are supposed to take care of me for me to go and take care of them. But if I am not being immunized and then they are using their last penny, they rush to the hospital, it means that it's going to have a drain on their pocket. Something small, hospital, and nothing to the whole nation. Oh yeah, how can you be able to contribute to the national quota? Once better now be juma, ama so immunization helps the individual, the parents, the community, and the nation as a whole. That's what I have to say.
Okay, and to say the Zenobia canon immunization, no, it helps the individual for the individual to be healthy. Parents, no, it saves you a lot of worry, trouble, now finances. So they'll back hospital all the time. For the nation, we have healthy people helping. We'll be our contributing Nikota so that we'll build a healthy and growing nation. Then you have the youth yari. Now old in Kwafuna was a retirement, no, women are still there in the workforce to take care of the young population. And yes, but if you are able to go through all these vaccinations now, it helps for you to be healthy. Now, which me bobra, the way God intended you, say obe bobra no wa bobra. Sometimes no ebi wo hwa, there was a yeah no we don't do it. Now you blame me, but nyame adia nyame som me sofo de bia o ka say nyame som nyansa wo ho. Wehu nyame obeya ma, but there are things you also have to do. You have to go and immunize your child. You can't say nyame wusina bra na be immunize me ba da bi enyesa ntietiefo sa nyama we na ehu hia say yebeye den yebe ko na ye immunize yen. Another question say, is immunization only for future infections, future bacterial infections, and I say also for viral? But I think say and also no in the course of the discussion I think we mentioned that antibacterial on a viral so because we talked about hepatitis B,
right,
and we know say that is a viral infection, so this is to help both bacteria and viral infections. And akolani, you never know when a child will come into contact with sayariwa we na, but there was that time we near the warm ama abwa. The other thing is make I say those days no sisi ananyama asesa, but those days no BCG no ye wo ansana wo to say ye can't bet e bi mu wo, but ye make sure say one sana 7 days akola na nya 1 week ye na ba abontin nti show tete na ye maame na ye nana mu ompo mu ni me ho mfa so no no mo ye sad way ohu to make us akola na ye nwo no sa we nti e mfa ni mpie. Well, they didn't know the scientific backing behind it, but they believed in it. Well, in those days, no, na so mujidia. How much more yenya? Yes, ye ni ABS technology ni adi abanti. Ye ni more than all.
I know a man of God. I think he married one German woman. As we speak, they are in Ghana.
Okay.
He was protesting against this vaccine. So I asked him, you yourself, do you know you have been immunized? He said yes, but his wife is saying she doesn't trust the vaccine. I said, wow, so all your kids when have not been immunized. He said yes. He said he prefers the child to grow up and fight against the infection himself. I said okay. As you said, to whom what you call it is given, sense expected. You've been given wisdom as a man of God, but God will not come down from heaven to come and immunize your child. But you are putting your child in danger's way because anything can happen to the child. But there are some people in Ghana, they don't go for weighing. And there are some religious beliefs that they fight against weighing. They are saying they don't believe in all these vaccines. But I want to ask a question. If the white man wants to eradicate black people, he would have done that long time ago.
Exactly.
Our deficiency as black people is that we don't want to research. And then we are okay.
Yeah.
Instead of coupon once they say or body free, and our bought na boafo. Your coupon is a black man. We are too content with our lives. Instead of ball, friends and Bruni, I can't also more dear. They want to have time
research.
So that they can also buttress us. So imagine if the white man didn't come into the system, would have died. Many people would have died because we know our mentality. Nebenya and then ebedi. Until me our advocate say, "Uwo bana, men kase sing, because you be wanka you." Even with this COVID-19, there was so much hula baloo that came on around it. It's a devilish, but at the end of the day, people job and with the workforce, we had our first job. It's imagine saying, "Can you be wanka? You nebedi kind." Until me patrol, uwo ba. Fane kwane wone panie onni ne be yaman uban wo de umfa weni hu but ne widie mu de eboa pa yi.
No, but the thing is even to say all kind ubisa say wa if we are vaccinated you haven't had any problem, you are not having any health issues from the vaccination, and then I won't per se uba ebenya. And sometimes and I think it's because the information is not out there and also people are not, you can say, enlightened about the importance of it. Inti who say adena ye no ehu hia, but to say the ye kan ende wabe train obi etie obi ante ono so be share am obi no ono so ate inti nkakran no when we all give the little na ye nim na with time no information ne beko to say the whole kind of black person on our own kind, on our own research. So hopefully, as we are talking about it, the kind importance, the things it does, and why someone will hear and obetie, obisobeti, obeyama neba. So it's very important that we keep doing these things, giving people information, because they yani say unnim out of ignorance, then you don't do it. But when you have the information and you decide, say, oh, nyano, and you've made an informed choice, unimpan, we decided, say, still me, and no, if anything should happen to your child, we can blame you. You bet me, I can say, yeah, wo, and now why, but nipani ni men na weka say, oh, me cry baby, and now you cross na me one auntie bibia sao. But even sisia apono, what I know, say, even with the crossing is anya, your community health nurses are omuko round fear ne ade omuko ye immunization omuko check say nkola bi wo fear no ma ye sa immunization. If it's not important, people will not put in that effort. Say me ni hwe nti ma sorry anapa ma fa me bag na me nam na me hwehwe nkofu by. No, it's because it's important. Nti tiefu say woni mo bi a wati na so waka kire nipa ne say ina emfaso a ewo hu no afi so dem ma ehun say yan your friend ye ko weighing akola ni weight no, it's important e ma yehu if baby den wronga. So it will be very good say obeye den obeko na ye weigh akola no. Me wo question wa ha obi say can you immunize against malaria ana?
Okay, so with the malaria vaccine, we are testing malaria vaccine aba, but as we speak, it hasn't been rolled. Say in the year started. What we know is that malaria vaccine boho. Now as to ebema nkwala umpeni, we can't tell because it hasn't been rolled into the system. I can't really say much about it.
It's a vaccine there, but we enroll it out, so we don't know who we are going to give it to, the age group. Maybe I say, but it's a good thing because malaria be in Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa, the way you suffer from malaria, so it will be a good thing. Say you best start to say yes I need you na ya bo ye hu ban patron obi so say how much does it cost to get immunized?
Immunization is free. Abayana fahuka. Just like COVID vaccine, I did 90, free. Unless they be a one war pan neja, oh, the 2 coin, and now watch a new dear. That one did because I say when we came to your doorstep,
and nobody may
panel on wall now on show my own costa, open money lunch because when we came around, you ignored us.
Yes.
But immunization, dear. Me mobia wako way I actually discussed my war banner panel. It has been funded by US aid and others until we don't pay
free. Take for muti free. Immunization free. They hear answer with akola if you fear immunization they free. You can say yenju sika bia. But there was a muhuni say to say to kwan countries been a war kwa. Yellow fever say war ya to menko. In as much as you can say it's important to be a urban or they call you bisa weighing card nisanya manina. We your peninsula countries be or kwa. Immunization card yellow one no as penia. Yeah, mau. And that's said the air no. Unya nasa wu to kwa na here. And no own call baby I set and Calbenian free no. Ube call pots way what way. Ubetia. Because ye de chase you. Na we hu faso. Sisi a wu hia no. You have to pay for it. And that is how the world works. Ye nya ni cheap e expensive and ye pay. It is a cheap no mpa e expensive. You pay for it. It's that simple. It's that simple. But another question you're saying what should one do if the child misses an immunization in a particular month? It was say parents no mujai totally and say or so then number in circumstance.
Last 2 years I was at my hand polyclinic, and you know it's a fishing community. Most of the women they migrate from Cape Coast and then they bring their fish. On we were having say fishing season now. Uncle you come use what turn in a so one a banana. I can't find a cannon going. Just a young home visit and Sebaco say, hey, you banu one a penny. Yes, and a huma. Ye cono, ye cravassins were in Huna. Into a who banana, likely for us all weighing carda. Nay, I share, baby, I almost see and vaccine like rotavirus. I cannot do 3 months because at 3 months the body has built an immunity against because anyway against diarrhea and intestinal infection. So at 3 months no. Into money rota. And now I think OPV beti miaji, which is oral polio beti miaji because they do baby say who say polio outbreak number. You call round your dosia colabia. So beti miaji polio. Or beti miaji all other vaccines, but ask yourself, I'll allow your baby. I want a panye, and I'll allow when I want a panye when a baby juma pan. No baby no body ni benyan home fast for. But now when you know I was here the man, but we cannot really attest there. Obenya 100% immunity. Yes. Because time I was all the one, it came. But you be one more because you were right. So when you vaccine, you should be vaccinated.
Oh, okay, okay. And see, Tifo say, Moon any other question? Oh, okay. But your question, you see. Does immunization have any side effects?
To my best of knowledge, once the body starts to build immunity against the body, I want to meet me last month. I could be a war measles. Cool, if you measles, Nicoyen. Didn't any side effect. One say, in as much as what the war paniano, it doesn't mean say unyaka, ubenya.
But your body is able to fight.
Yes. Once a chicken pox, we didn't mention chicken pox. Chicken pox a year and da, and one no. what your body has gained immunity against it. Into unya biome is for life. Into se unya, it doesn't you want no interest say unya side effects. Side effect begin say bia nine be what side rejection. I hope them who is pain abscess. Tell no catch yourself fabra. We have a form we call it adverse reaction form. Then we fill it and then we submit it to the disease control officer, because obiane in the body obiane how I reacted to if you are not vaccinated if you are not enjoy but no if I say 1 out of let's say 20 kids, one and so we say all reacted, and that's what we tell you safe who say so na ne hu ya ne wan ya hye ho no swelling in cold form what pan after 1 month about next month na
but oh kasa no oh explaining schedule no, you said something actually madrin akọ, so you said say bia say 6 weeks no our injection na about 10 weeks amu bisa ne say oh 6 weeks no then they see okay
what happened. So we are keen to know about what happened to the child, because when I can over yent me oh mommy madam shani oh hane ehunu ye ba mo kan me the ice block ni ye so sant me hu say after 1 week and a call from then I can side effect. We don't have any extreme side effects be abeka say we dey okowo pan no nyaa no me hu bi anka meka.
Okay. And Nancy Botchway, thank you for joining us. There's another question. Now, see, can getting so many vaccines at one time harm the baby?
It can. That's why we space it. We put intervals into it, because it's one body. Way. By all means, because by all means, the body has to take time and then process every every vaccine. You know, say never by all means, a bit proud.
And that's how one you bet to me. I can say, who vaccine in now one time?
Yes. If it's a new shame, crampona, panana de wall, honey crumple. Even that alone is harmful.
No, I like the fact say waka no kwe obi wo hobeka cho so dabi panene wanya ya o dabi entisa, but waka na ye hu say na adeniti. Okay, ntitifo yeda mo asese mo joining in for this discussion. Now mo bisa question na ya answer question ni na so nti Auntie Zenobia me pese ye end no ube ye way ube can
number running through.
Yes,
okay.
Schedule no.
Okay, so yesterday and say you unya wo ba ne to nye e was one BCG. One BCG no a bonnet who buy against tuberculosis.
Okay.
I can say unsamanwa tuberculosis near and samanwa and I can't was it's any HIV in nam obinya TB a likely to be near HIV. Into your boy can buy against BCG near dozen oral polio vaccine. A man hepatitis B vaccine, it means that a clone mother reacted to the hepatitis B. And I think so these 6 weeks would never buy but man rotavirus 1 and some oral polio need bill. Near one in left tie no 5-in-1 vaccine, near one in right tie in the pneumococcal vaccine. You repeat the same injection on the 6th, on the 10th, and then on the 14 weeks. In no coffee, yes, for tepe sponge, which means a ube bony super at one and nase. Now they are now they are fro about tops never yakrano, on bobby manase onya convulsion. Nothing so tie no who say a year for ice block, for share town. Then you be applying a now massage a crama a colano. Pachobano, fanny cost our co way now. Even on what vaccine biana 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, because 6 months or better vitamin A. Vitamin A, give them good vision, give them good skin, give them good immunity against any other infection that might come. Tim Patrobano di 9 months. Fanny bra, every what measles, any yellow fever, man. Measles and to blow yari, and I yellow fever, and so yes, a bruno, a yari. Genus or Genoa, Ukofi, and no, not that painful as compared to the Thai vaccine. You know, you impossible ban para, make manka para, because mothers yeah abuse para pa wo fie and a para too much of it say ubano ne kidney and any liver as well. So we are advocating against say ube jai para ne because nye ubano nye yare bia no yare on yare e just say ya want the vaccine no and body no area to who be automatically into just tepid sponge or else open pan with lukewarm water. Now apply cocoa. Now I cost one man breastfeeding. So who says to none who I bath after 3 days for a brain. Na share no infant in the infant mouth. But you can 9 months. After we do 1 year, yet 12 months. Nobody need baby this. That time not be now bed and best say obey 90 and answer best of age now. Finally, by man vitamin E because vitamin A near doseno from every 6 months up till 5 years na kulandi benyano. Now for the last vaccine na kanu measles 2 and meningitis A. Meningitis in a yeah I was up honey you but those are the not no mu pan till the munim de who faso a meningitis. A so con na so spinal cord baby in paralysis and I say even in death and I say which you can it gives you blindness. Yeah, into meningitis a deadly. And I think so a vaccine preventable and it's idea can schedule no hono. Already 1 year 6 months or begging measles again, measles 2 and nothing meningitis A. Nothing a man vitamin A, nothing a mount mosquito net say J. But no chest own by way in you. Miss Sell for banaba way every month. Now you ni wait. When I can do 1 year, the people that's okay, Fanebra fee, or do 1 year, Fanebra every 3 months. 2 years, every 6 months, they will give you the interval for you to bring your child until anybody 5 years. Nothing is okay. They knew to quanta a pie, no anyway. So basically, that's what we do at the weighing sessions. And then I think you have to now. Let me say one thing, Miss Remo, more fishing community, and I said, wow, you say baby, I want to know. Onye permanent or what baby I'll ko biano fa weighing card or weighing card for show because it's me bar around ebe more pap no omo want to be fana unko be a vitamin A po one fana unko because what vaccine say we if any aka no odi 3 years so you say ba for more pap na she say okay interval so me o say na ma oba no but say won kra weighing card yeah na ya den say e betimi ehu na betimi check start kan ampa oba no we di 10 weeks and I say we did 14 and I say we did 2 years and I hope say I am making sense. And I think so myself obi won nchena say on fa ne ba nko winya mani hu say oba no oni ano a obeka say mami ye ni si na ye nsa because say one fa na nko we na say dachi oni na say obisa ni weighing card e bi obe we nya chance a odi tu kwan na say oni bia we du ba ni nwambo pa me twi na ye papa you have why ye na de because say hu hia see that's what I'll say. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Now you but last question and the very last one now you see. How long does immunity last after getting a vaccine?
Okay, immunity when I was telling you about rotavirus after 3 months
okay.
And now all this media we are looking at is for life. That is why we take them for I can say at that interval because so we baby are untimi njibium into wajia is for like just like the way unya can say chicken pox a year one na enya ubium no so this means that we are getting or this first that we are getting is for life.
Okay yo it's here for yeah damasi say moi joining na mwetie discussion I know say obi entie bia mbeka kire the importance of immunization ama wetumi ono so ne ba wama wetumi a vaccinate okay inti ye me go over sponsors no inti health talk omo aboa ma yetumi de ba Promise City TV online say open sell advertising with product of Promise City TV obe fresh 024 380 4676 024 380 4676 Benny Travel Consults, Bibia Efa Akwentu ho. Se uko hu Benny Travel Consults omo beboa. Se wo hia omo mboa obetumi afro mo 0244 362445 0244 362445. Lighters Media omo aboa a produce program ya ye. Se wo hia any multimedia solution bia eno ane se obe from 054 817 9863 054 817 9863 and now say when sabe to me account so 0577179863 0577179863. Abba Partners omo sponsor Your Salvation Is Now crusade. So per se o support your omo now partner with omo. You can call 024 380 4676 024 380 4676. We all know say the mandate of the Christian is to make sure say good news are spread it to baby, and that is what Abba Partners, that is what they do. So if you want to, they want to me fifie unko baby to me supporting na obi de asem no na mesem a asem pa no akọ baby a omu hia so omu so mede omu so omu beti. Hemco Enterprise water depot uhia insuo de aye bibia omu depot mienu bako tema community 2 na bako do wenya uhia omu a no ane se obefre ohima wo 0244 32883 0244 32883. Freop Automation Limited uhia roofing and blocking making machine ofre omo a omo betumi aboa construction, batching plants, installation, servicing and modification of all kinds of machine. Freop Automation betumi aboa. All you have to do is to call them on 050 49393995 050 49393995. Prissy Logistics, Omusudomu Yen say they are into general clearing of goods and services, importation, exportation, freight management, and a door-to-door service. Uhia Omu services are, you call them on 024 66 581 61 024 66 58161 and now so obi to me from on 0244 777 276 0244 777 276. Ken Lee Company, Omono, they can be located opposite the Tema Sports Stadium, where they are into buying and selling of used and new furniture. You can get in touch with them on the numbers 0244 219 633 0244 219 633 and now says 054 514 7679 054 514 7679. Decovas Enterprise se wo hia se ye be ye decoration amount for wedding, engagement, naming, wo hia wreath for a year, wo hia fruit basket odokwa akoma obi bibia wo hia all kinds of decoration and wo hia they can help you. All you have to do is to call them on 0244 260080 0244 260080. Afi so Reps Household Limited, omo ye into cash and credit sales of all gadgets. Usifie na uhia household niama to say fridge, microwave near dia. When you contact them, they can help you. 024 381 7534 024 381 7534. And now also say we to me reach your on 054 6090 403 054 6090 403. And the last but not the least, e-fashion and boutique. They are experts in kids and unisex African wear. In fact, they are known as the home of African designs. So here, so pam any African wear, you can contact them on 0244 084 240. 0244 084 and also say obetumi a WhatsApp your mu e wo 024 5791 365 024 5791 365. It's here for your sponsors ni me pese mesanya come what say promise City TV. Your program lineup Mondays to Thursdays. Your visitation hour with Apostle Mrs. Bernice Ajiman Prempe between the hours of 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Na ye inspirational hour between that's on Thursdays between the hours of 3 to 4 with Pastor Jesse. And on Sundays we have the health talk show between the hours of 4 and 5. To say that mo joining and sa na yebe tre say yebe hwem anim so me joining ewo Mondays to Thursdays and a Sunday bia say mo betie discussions visitation hour ebe boa o feed o physical body, you also need to feed your spirit, and visitation hour will help you. Sana, you need an inspiration. Yeah, Bible my say, you see, the enemy was overcame by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. Utsi obidia never inspire. So tune in on Thursdays, not see inspirational hour. Bibia ukom, ebia obia koma ne dini po esen wode. Ebe ma wenya in hope inti sa utia ebe boaw. Afi so Sundays no utie health talk bibia wo nim no obetumi ate na oboa wo wapom de. To say the ye kan last week no 2024 ebe say ye hospital free unless say ye check up and a wo koye den. Okoye nti etefo ye da wase pa nansa na mekono me pese meda Auntie Zenobia Botchway ase pa say ye friend no make it time na oba ye nti Auntie Zenobia, we thank you so much na etefo na so say omo da wase say wo hwehwe time na oba ye.
You're welcome.
Okay, etefo ende nyame boa ye besan ehia biom, and until we meet again, bye bye.
Remember, the greatest wealth is your health. Thank you for watching.